Hello there. This is a message to Linda. Yeah, so I think we need to. Well, I need to make this video. I need to make myself clear to you, don't I? Yeah, very clear. So, I thought things were going well. I thought things, I had hopes. I was like, okay, cool. So, Linda, she seems to be working with me. And I just thought, okay, this is good. And then you put out you put out two videos in the morning. Well, last night, early this morning. One was, about the delusional liar, and the projections. And the other one was the Aries reading. And it was the Aries reading that really got me wondering. It was like, well, something doesn't feel right. Something seems strange. I mean, I did actually mention that. Excuse me. I did actually mention that doing zodiac sign readings is going to be a problem. Well, yeah, it creates problems for me because I'm a Scorpio, right? And so if you do a reading for any other sign, I mean, the thing is, every single sign has its own magic spells associated with it, whether it's, Cancer, the Chariot, or, whether it's Taurus, a Hierophant, or, it's, I don't know, the Hanged Man, Pisces. I was Jesus Christ. I mean, well, you obviously don't know. So, yeah, I'm a Scorpio. And you're doing a reading about Aries. So you did this Aries reading, and the universe is testing you. Pass this, and everything upgrades, Aries. Yeah, everything upgraded. Yeah. Pass this. Yeah. No, I see something's going on. I don't have any reason to really trust you, Linda. I really don't. And you might think that you know changing your attitude towards me for about 5 minutes. You might think that's enough to win me over, but it's not. It's really not. The fact is that people always try to deceive me. I've been deceived by so many people. People try to play these stupid games with me again and again and again and again. I was actually thinking about sending you £500 and reaching out to you and say, "Oh, hi Linda, do you want to talk?" I was actually thinking about doing that, but I'm not going to do that now. Yeah. So that's the thing, right? You did the Aries reading, and I thought to myself, well, I do actually have an Aries placement, and it's in Jupiter. And I thought, oh yeah, there's those videos of Linda in that Jupiter dress. And I thought, so I went back and I went to your latest videos and I looked through all of them until I found you sitting in that Jupiter dress, and it was a Scorpio reading. Strangely enough, that the latest one I could find where you were in that dress was a video that was 4 weeks old, and it was a Scorpio reading. Yeah. And the thing is that Jupiter is associated with wealth. Well, whose wealth is it? It's God's wealth. That's the thing, right? Obviously Jupiter, Zeus, God, right? Whose wealth are we talking about? And you put out that video about, the strong jewel. You want someone with a strong jewel. So no one cares about how much money you got, Scotty. I'm Scottish, by the way. Yeah. Strangely, yeah. Yeah, nobody cares about how much money you got, Scotty. You gotta have a strong jaw. Yeah. So I don't know what it is that maybe, I must have put you off or something like that. Maybe, maybe there's something recently I posted on Facebook that made you sort of think like, oh, wow, this guy's weird, or there's something strange about him. Or, this is unacceptable, or maybe you're just, this was all just a plan between you and the other tarot readers, basically just to try to fool me, and just try to lure me in and make me and use it as a way to attack me, because that just seems to be, the thing that is most likely to happen, to be quite honest. After everything I've been through, yeah, that's exactly what I would expect. But if that's not the case, well, let's talk about it. So, yeah. So, I want to address this, right? I want to talk about this, because, okay, so maybe some stuff I have posted seems a bit strange. Okay, so, yeah, let me just try to explain this as best as I can. Because obviously I've got to upload this to YouTube and Facebook, right? I've got to, I've got to post it. People have to watch and listen to it, and obviously I have to be careful what I say, right? I'm God. You don't know that, right? Obviously you don't know that. Yeah, I heard you said you used to be a Jehovah's Witness. Well, if I'm Jehovah and you're looking at me right now, then what the fuck does that make you? A Jehovah's Witness. Oh, that's right. So what's a Jehovah's Witness? Oh, right, that's a religion. Oh, right, okay. About the Watchtower? Oh, right, oh, okay. Anyways, hopefully you can figure that out, right? Hopefully I don't have to go into some crazy explanation to try to get you to understand what that's all about. Let's keep that simple. Yeah. So, obviously I grew up. Well, I didn't grow up, I suppose. That's the thing, right? Most people would say I look like a 12-year-old. I mean, obviously, if I still had all my hair left, right? If I still had my hair, I guess people would be like, "Oh yeah, he looks like he's about 12 years old." Yeah. Oh, and he's got small hands. Oh, and I bet he's got a baby dick as well. Oh, right, okay. So what am I supposed to do then, right? If a fully grown woman, or my last girlfriend, she was underdeveloped. Her chest was flat as an ironing board. She didn't have any breasts. Seriously, I'm not even joking. I went into a sex shop with her once, actually, and they ID'd both of us when we went in. So obviously when I was in my I was in my 20s, and so was she. And they'd be like, "Oh, can we see your IDs, please?" It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm a guy, and people have done so many things to try to harm me, to attack me, to ruin my life. Intentionally. It didn't happen by accident, Linda. I mean, look through all your videos. What the fuck are you doing? Who are you trying to steal from? Who are you attacking? You want to say all kinds of horrible shit about me, right? Oh, some loser won't stop stalking, or, and you just, you hold up a card, an oracle card, that's supposed to depict Jesus, or some guy on a crucifix, or, and you're going to sit there and talk about your crown, and that someone's trying to isolate you, and someone's trying to ruin your life. No. It's you trying to ruin my life, and then you're trying to claim that my life being ruined is actually your life, which is complete horse shit, Linda, or bullshit. Yeah? So what the fuck am I supposed to do, Linda? What do you suggest? How am I supposed to be happy now? After everyone's tried to ruin my life. What am I supposed to do? You know, the thing is, right? Let me explain this. When I was 16 years old, I had a girlfriend called Europa. She was 32 years old. I was 16. Yeah. And now, and then, you know, I met her when I was clubbing. She was, she's an Aquarius. Her sun sign is Aquarius. I met her at a club called Audio, and I was seeing her. I was sleeping with her for about 2 or 3 years. I would see her at weekends. Yeah, Europa. Interesting name, isn't it? You know that story about Zeus and Europa? Yeah, you know there's a moon of Jupiter called Europa. Did you know that? You know, the story about Zeus is that he transformed himself into a bull. Yeah. That's the story. Yeah. Anyways, you know, after Europa, I had a girlfriend called Jodie. That was I was with her for about a month. She was 27. She was a dental nurse. I met her clubbing as well. And then after that, I was working in Bristol. So I had to change location. I had to work in Bristol. I worked with a guy. I met his sister, and that was my last girlfriend, Ania Bilac, and that was a long time ago, 14-ish years ago, about 14 years ago. She was about a year or two younger than me. But you know, well, you don't know. The fact was that she had bad intentions towards me. She was quite happy to use me. You know, she's the kind of person who will happily use someone to get what she wants. I've had a lot of problems in my life. A mother who had drug problems, who used to scream at me if I couldn't get her drugs that she wanted. She tried to control me with money, with drugs. She lied about me. She was abusive, controlling, psychopathic, fucking crazy. And I was surrounded by horrible, crazy people all the time. People always trying to screw me over, stab me in the back, some way or another. They were always trying to do something bad to me. And it took me time to figure out that I've been betrayed so many times. It was like, okay, you know, it doesn't matter if these people come to me with a smile on their face and call me mate and we hang out and we have a laugh together. You know what I mean? The result it's always the same. The end result is always the same. Backstabbing. Betrayal. And that's been my life experience. You know, there's a story, you know, in the Bible. Perhaps you've read it. You know, the story about when there was the apostles. Yeah, you know, there was that when the children, they tried to approach Jesus, and the apostles were trying to send the children away, like, you know, leave Jesus alone. And Jesus said to them, "Let the children come to me." So, yeah. Now, why would Jesus say that? Why would Jesus say that? Well, I'll let you figure that one out, Linda. Yeah? You know, I already made the point that in your readings you always say child. You keep saying child, 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 again and again and again and again and again. You know, you're stirring a pot all the time. You're always stirring the pot. And you got to throw the word child in there again and again and again and again and again with all the stuff you've done. You know, I did warn you. I did mention it before. I've talked about it before. You know, I'm not very happy about it. The thing is, you know, I was hoping things were going to go well. But it seems like, you know, but the thing is that, you know, you've attacked me. There's evidence of you attacking me thousands of times. Video after video after video after video after video. Yeah. Yeah, I can't simply just sweep that under the rug. It can't be swept under the rug so easily, can it? It really can't. You know, you know, where's the accountability? You know, where's the apology? You know, where do you know what I mean? Like, do I not deserve an apology? Do I not deserve acknowledgement? I'm God. I'm sitting in a house full of trash. The next couple of days, the weather's going to be really hot, and I've got to live in this stinky house. Yeah. You know, I want to get out of here. You know, I want acknowledgement. I'm sick of waiting. I'm 38 years old. Everyone's trying to ruin my life, and what are people doing to fix it? Nothing. I'm sick. I've had enough. I've really had enough. I've really had enough. I mean, this is the thing, you know, I've got to fight for a life that I feel like I don't even want to live. It's driving me crazy. It's really pissing me off. Having to deal with this every day. What's the solution? What have I got to do? I don't know. You know, obviously I want to make this video. This is a message. I'm making a message to you, Linda. You know, there's so much evidence. I mean, I just posted a load of your videos on Facebook, one after the other. It's just one horrible video after another. You know, you talk about me like I'm some pathetic loser. You know, I watched the beginning of one of your videos and it was like, oh, someone's sad and depressed that they can't destiny swap with you. Oh, well, they're just going to have to live their pathetic little existence by themselves. And, you know, that's that. Yeah. God can go fuck himself. Well, Linda has a great life. Yeah. You see, the thing is, Linda, oh yeah, there's lots of tarot readers who do the similar things to you. Yeah, sure they do. Yeah. But you see, Linda, you're kind of central to all of this. Because, as I've explained, the ghost of Aaliyah Dana Houghton is on me. Okay? So your magic name, Linda, it matters. Yeah? Aaliyah Dana Houghton was Mary, the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus. And you, Linda, I'm told by Archangel Michael, you were Mary Magdalene. That's who you were. You were the prostitute. Yeah. You were her. Oh, what's the number one religion in this world? Oh, right, yeah. Catholicism. And who do they worship? Mary. Oh, right, and that... So you were Mary Magdalene, yeah, and your name's Linda. And then Elia Dana Howen. She was the Virgin Mary. She was the mother of Jesus. Yeah, married to, she married Joseph, right? So this is the thing, right? You've been saying horrible shit about me, trying to humiliate me, insult me, and then you want to try to play the victim as well. You try to play, you attack me, and then you pretend that you're the victim. You're trying to siphon energy from both sides of it. You attack me, and then you pretend that you're the one being attacked. I mean, it's disgusting. It's so horrible. You're a pretty woman. But for a long time, I mean, when I first watched your videos, I probably thought, oh wow, yeah, she's pretty, she's hot. Yeah. But as soon as I saw how ugly you are on the inside, all that attraction, it left. It was like, ugh. I can't. Nah. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. If you're that ugly on the inside, well, you ain't doing anything for me. I'm just, whatever. I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted, and yeah, I'm sure you find me disgusting as well. I'm sure you do. Yeah. Yeah. You don't acknowledge who I am, and what can I say? What can I do? There's all these tarot readers talking shit about me. There's that bitch from Bronwen's Cove 111. And she put out some video recently talking about you made someone's pea-sized brain implode. And she's claiming that she's a real mage and stuff. I was like, I'm not a mage. I'm not a warlock. I'm not a wizard. I'm God. Yeah, I didn't start learning about witchcraft before I knew that I was God. I found out I'm God, and then I thought, well, what's going on? What am I supposed to do? What's going on in the world? Oh, right, yeah, there's wars happening. People, there's disease. There's oh look, there's YouTube, and there's all these people who want to be stars. They want to be the center of attention. Oh look, and there's all these tarot readers doing all these people doing witchcraft and magic. Oh, all right, okay. So what's all this shit about then? Oh, here we are now. So now we're talking over the internet, aren't we? This is what's happening. Yep. And all these fucking idiots talking about, oh, but you talk about manifesting from the universe, or where do you think all this power comes from? Where do you think magic is? Where does magic come from? Where do you think it comes out of the fucking dirt? I'm the source of all power. And you're happy to try to steal all that power from me. You're happy to leave me for dead. You're happy to see my life completely ruined. You don't care if I die. You don't care if I'm miserable. You don't really care if I'm depressed. I mean, the evidence is there. It's all there. You gonna give me an apology? You know, you tarot readers, you're spying on me. Right? You're the ones coming to my Facebook page to see what I'm posting, quite obviously. Why don't you reach out to me? Oh, you're afraid in case I take a picture of your message and say, oh, look, this person messaged me. Look at that. That's what you're afraid of, isn't it? That's what all these people are afraid of. No one wants to contact me. No one wants to reach out to me. You all just want to spy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's been like ever since I opened my Facebook page. 4 years ago. Spies. Endless amounts of spies. You know, all it takes is one person to find out what my name is and say, oh, I wonder if he's on Facebook. Let's have a look. Oh, look what we found. Oh, let's tell everybody, and I'll make an all spy on him. Yeah, isn't that exactly what fucking happens? Exactly. Oh, who's this freak on Facebook? Let's have a look at all his posts. But we'll never message him. We'll never say hello. Oh, so you think you're God, do you? Oh, right, okay. So when, oh, right, yeah, so, what are people waiting for? You know, if World War III started tomorrow, people would still be like, oh, yeah, this guy's such a clown on Facebook. Oh, you know, it's hilarious. You know, I think they could, you know, Putin could probably drop a nuclear weapon on London or something like that, and yeah, people still would be totally fucking clueless about me. Yeah, they would be. They'd have no idea. They would just think I was a liar. Anyways, you know, what else can I say, Linda? What more can I say? You know, well, I guess, you know, you're out of my league, Linda, aren't you? You're so far out of my league. Yeah. Yeah. So what should I do about my life, Linda? See, the horrible thing about this is that what people do to me, especially women, right? They want to pretend that they're in a relationship with God. They want to try to identify with me in some way, and they want my money. So this is the thing, right? You're doing magic, you're doing witchcraft to try to take my wealth. And also fornication. Well, if you think about it, you know, when two people get married, you know, the idea is that two become one flesh, right? But if you're fornicating, you're not married. And that means, you know, if you're having sex with a man, then there's two of you, right? And obviously Jesus said, you know, wherever two meet in my name, there I will be in the midst of them. Yeah? And so, strange though, isn't it? How there's so many people who fornicate. Yeah, sleep around. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, people were jealous of my destiny. So what did they do? They sought to destroy me. That's right. They wanted to ruin my life and steal from me at the same time, and continue to attack me. Still doing it. Yeah. I mean, my hope is that by some miracle, my power will fix the situation that I hate living in. How that's gonna happen, I don't know. And if it doesn't happen, if I can't make myself happy, well, I will simply just go back to wherever I came from, and that'll be that. Because I'm not gonna. I don't, I really don't want, I feel like I'm at, it's like I've walked into a house party of a bunch of degenerates who want me gone. And they hate me, they want me out the door. And it's like, well, why the hell am I still in here? Why don't I just get out? Why don't I just leave? Yeah. So, I don't fear dying. I fear living. It's the other way around. Because my life has been horrible. And it only gets worse. It seems. And I already feel like, I've got a sore body. I feel ruined. I mean, Jesus had some interesting powers, right? I mean, it's like, well, surely at some point I'll be able to heal myself, and that's what I'm told. Archangel Michael thinks everything will be okay, and I'll be happy. I just need to stick around for it. Well, I hope he's right. I'm tired of waiting. There's a video, what was it? I can't remember. There was a video I saw on. I didn't actually watch it. I don't think I watched it anyway. Or maybe I did. I think it was. Yeah, it's like the channel something like Pantheon Mythology or some shit like that. I don't know, Pantheon something. And the guy, some total wanker, he put out a video talking about Yahweh, and the video title was something like how I could never worship such an evil god as Yahweh. Yeah, very interesting. Certainly something I've heard before. Oh yeah. So when I started reading the Bible, when I first started reading the Bible, and I started reading the Old Testament, I thought, oh wow, this God, he does seem very harsh, and yeah, like all these people, he just if he doesn't like a bunch of people, and you will you quite happily get rid of people if he doesn't like them. Yeah. Really understanding that, well, the fact is that, it all goes back, it all starts with, the story of Adam and Eve, doesn't it? God created the universe, God created the world, let there be light. Adam and Eve, in Genesis, they, the story in the garden, what did Adam and Eve try to do? It's interesting, isn't it? So, what Adam and Eve did, after they ate the fruit, the forbidden fruit, they saw that they were naked. And so they went off to cover themselves. They made clothes for themselves to hide their nakedness. Then God was walking through the garden and called out to Adam and said, Adam, where are you? It's interesting that, isn't it? You know, if you wear clothes, and obviously where, so if I say, oh, where are you? I'm not asking you, are you wearing clothes? I'm asking you, where the fuck are you? Where are you located? Yeah? You see how there's a difference, but the words, they sound exactly the same. Yeah, it's strange that, isn't it? I mean, we obviously know about the story of the Tower of Babel. Yeah, the confusion of the languages. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was that video title you put out, Linda? Something like, oh, the truth is much deeper than you realize. All right, yeah. Yeah. See, this is how women treat me. It's, oh, the guy I'm sleeping with has a bigger cock than you, God. Oh, so, yeah, he's better than you. I'll treat him like he's God. And God, you can go fuck yourself. You know, we don't care if you die. We'll just steal everything from you in the we'll watch you die. We'll spy on you. We'll do all this magic against you. We'll hate on you. We don't care how miserable you are. By the way, we'll take all your money as well. Thank you very much. Actually, no, we don't need to say thank you. Go fuck yourself. You fucking loser. Yeah, that's how you treat me. That's how the world treats me. And and what do you want from me? What do you want me to say, Linda? What am I supposed to say? You know, I need to stop. I need to stop talking. I'm tired of talking, right? You know where I am. If you want to contact me and say something to me, you can come say it, right? You can come say it to me. I'm tired of making videos. I'm tired of posting on Facebook. I'm gonna have to stop at some point. Whether it's today, tomorrow, 5 days from now, a week, or next month, I don't know. Maybe today, maybe now, I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But the fact is that, you know, I'm gonna walk away from this at some point soon. You know, I've got a bit of money. I've got a bit of money. If I wanted to go live in the Maldives for a year, I could go do that. You know, or I could go somewhere else. I've got lots of options. I don't have to sit in this stinky, smelly, dirty house while everyone tries to attack me with magic. I mean, I could go stay in a nice hotel. And, and then I can move somewhere else after that. You know what I mean? Like, I can just keep walking away. I can just go from one place to another place to another place to another place. I don't have to get to know anybody. I could just meet new people every day, and if I don't like them, oh well, I'll just move on. And nobody will know me. I will simply just go from one place to another to another to another until I run out of money, and that's that. I don't care anymore. I could just vanish quite easily. I might as well, I wouldn't mind lying down on a nice beach somewhere, going for a swim in the sea. There's things I could go do that would give me some pleasure, rather than sit here and argue with people who really don't care. It's funny. What's her name? Brittany. Brittany, the intuitive cosmic wifey. Yeah, I went to go look at her videos earlier to see what she'd been posting. I noticed there's a short of her and her husband. And she titled it "To My Husband." I thought, well, you don't. Oh, you have two husbands, do you? Is that how many husbands? You got two husbands? Oh, really? Oh. Well, that's the magic. She said "to my husband." Obviously spelled it T-O, but it's like, well, are you trying to fool somebody? Is that what you're trying to do? Or what? Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I want to like Britney, to be honest, but at the same time, it's like, well, this is how I've been betrayed by people. They want to pretend they're in a relationship with me. They want to associate themselves with me so they can access my wealth and my power and my manifestation power. And it fucks up my life. And I've got to deal with I've got to deal with all this shit. I get to be miserable while you get to be happy. I'm God. I'll put a stop to this, one way or another. You need to understand that. I will put a stop to it. Listening to Paul from Dove and Serpent Tarot, he talks about his life. He wants to talk about his, I haven't got time for this. I haven't got time for that. I haven't got time to I haven't got time to scroll on the internet all day long, watch people's videos. He's talking about me, obviously. But he's like, I don't have time for this. I've got a life I want to live. I want to be able to relax and spend time with my daughter and this and that. It's like, yeah, well, what did God say? What did God say? What did Jesus say? Yeah. God comes first. You can't, if you want, that's the thing, right? People, a man might do that. He might say, well, I'd rather put my daughter or my son or my wife or boyfriend, as if someone's gay, they might say, well, they're more important to me than you, God. I put them first. Well, that's not going to work, is it? I mean, this is the thing. People don't want to acknowledge that I'm God. And when I try to get people's attention and, they're like, oh, well, I've got more important things to do. Sorry, whoever you are. Bye-bye. I ain't got time for you. What can I do? What can I do? People will accuse me of all kinds of things. Oh, this guy, he's a loser. He's just an attention seeker. He's obviously hiding something. He's obviously got something strange going on. He's probably like a drug dealer or, some crazy pedophile or something. Yeah, people will say all kinds of shit about me. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, he's probably got AIDS or HIV or blah, blah, blah. He's got nothing better to do, so he just wants to try to ruin everyone else's lives. Okay then, so why spirit? Why is it people constantly talk about me? Why is it if you go look for all your readings about me, they all revolve around me. Why is that? What makes me so important? What makes me so important? Tell me. Oh, what? Because I post stuff on Facebook? Oh, that's what makes me important, does it? You know, if you go look at all my old posts, if you're able to, you might not be able to, but if you go back years to the beginning of 2022, you know, how did I post on Facebook? I would just post video after video after video. You know, I didn't do any weird counting stuff or anything like that. I simply just, if I watched one video and I maybe see another video and I thought, oh, this, you know, there seems to be some connection between this and that, and or I can see that people keep talking about, you know, people keep talking about what I post on Facebook, and I just keep trying to show evidence of what they're doing. I've been doing it for years. 4 years. More than 4 years. Yeah. People accuse me of all sorts of stuff. You know, what did I do? What did I do to deserve all this humiliation and nastiness and this bullying? You know, a world that wants to bully me. Yeah, a world that wants to bully me. God. You know, the thing is that it's my power and it's my wealth, it's my destiny, it's my fortune that people want. So they spy and they mimic and they copy and they talk about me. I'm constantly seeing reflections of my life again and again and again and again and again and again and again, because people are trying to siphon energy from me. Millions, billions, people, just they all want my destiny. You know, there's billions of people who want my destiny. They want what belongs to me. And that's what I've got to deal with. That's what I've got to contend with. Billions of people who want what's mine. Yeah, they already murdered me once. Yeah, that's right. In a very brutal way. Yeah. And I'm still having to contend with the same type of people. Except it's 2,000 years later and, oh, we have a thing called police now. Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know, if a whole bunch of people decide, hey, let's go crucify Grant Selvin, because we don't like him, you know, at least I could call the police and say, actually, there's all these people that want to crucify me. Do you think you could stop them? Well, they probably would, wouldn't they? But this is the thing, right? So people try to hurt me in any way that they can get away with, that they think they can get away with. And it means I have a life that I don't want to live. So the thing is, Linda, I know you're not that good at reading tarot cards, or for most of your life, you seem to have got it completely the wrong way around. Maybe now you're starting to see things a little better, perhaps. At least I hope so. But, you know, the thing is that, you know, if you're being told you should do something, then do it. Or you could just ignore the messages from Spirit, and see where you find yourself. You know, I've tried playing nice with you, and that only worked for a little while. And it's like, well, you know, it seems like you're tiptoeing away from me. You know, what is it? Something's going on. What are you doing? I don't know what exactly it is, what your problem is. The fact is, I'm God. I'm supposed to have multiple wives. I'm supposed to be surrounded by people I want to be surrounded by, and that includes children. And I'm God, I make the law. I didn't create man so he could create his own laws, and then he could be like, oh God, you have to abide by our laws because we tell you what to do. No. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. And I'm giving the world a lesson in telling me that I'm giving the world, I'm teaching the world that telling me what to do doesn't work. You're not going to sit and tell me what to do. I mean, the reason that there's wars, the reason that there's, the governments, they want mass surveillance. They want to control the internet. They want control access. They want to control so many things. It's all about trying to trap me. It's all about trying to put roadblocks in my way. And people complain about it, like, oh, why is the government doing this? And why is the government doing that? It's like, well, it's a result of your it's the result of you lot being evil. It's the result of you people being stupid. It's the result of you people refusing to acknowledge who I am. It's a result of you people refusing to give me justice. So you have to live with the consequences of that. And that's it. You can't escape. You can't escape me. You can't. You either accept me and love me and treat me how I deserve to be treated, or you'll deal with the consequences of not doing that. And that's it. That's all there is. And I've been trying my best to try to make friends with people. I've done my best to show love to people and try to get them to love me, to listen to me, to understand me. I try to build bridges to people, and they keep falling down. So, what more can I do? While I sit here and my body decays, my life falls apart. I mean, this is the thing, right? My evil neighbors. Sam lives next door. Yeah. Sam Smith. Yeah. I'm recording this on a Samsung phone. That's right. Yeah. You know that song by that it's called DJ Sammy. And there's a song called Heaven. Yeah. Did you notice that's that if you go search that on YouTube, it's on a YouTube channel called Demon Music Group. Yeah, strange that, isn't it? Demon Music Group has a song called Heaven by DJ Sammy. Oh, right. Oh, right, my profile picture. Oh, right, yeah, I've got devil horns on my... Well, what does it matter? The fact is, I'm God to some people, and I'm the devil to others. Most people consider me to be Satan or the devil. To some people, they consider me to be Father, God. What am I to you, then? The fact is, for years, people have been labeling me the devil. Satan. It was actually when I found out that when I found out I was God. Well, sometime after that, I bought a load of T-shirts. And there were these. I bought a T-shirt. I had a couple of T-shirts that were, like had Satan on them and had Satan written on them. And I remember, Archangel Michael suggested that I buy one. And I thought, really? And that obviously led me to think, well, I guess in a way I am Satan. So I remember just buying a Satan T-shirt. And when I put it on, the day I put that on for the first time, and I went and looked at YouTube, and I looked at the news, and it was like, it was this, I felt something different. It just seemed like, there was all this commotion. There was all these things happening. It was like, yeah. There's obviously some magic associated with the name Satan. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. My ex-girlfriend, her name was Ania, right? I sat on her, didn't I? I had sex with her, so I sat on her, right? Sat Ann, yeah. My ass is sat anus, right? I'm sat on my ass. Satan. Strange how the English language works, huh? Yeah. Anyways, so Linda, what do I suggest? Well, I want you to carefully consider how much damage you've done. And I want you to understand who I am and who you've been trying to steal from. You've been trying to steal from God, and God is not happy with you. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question. What are you going to do about it? I'm not reaching out to you. I'm not sending you a bunch of money to get your attention just so you can try to screw me over and treat me like shit again. Make me look like an idiot. You know how many times I've sent £500 to various tarot readers, and it's interesting. Like each time they were talking to me in a nice way, and then I sent them the money, and then they just completely changed on me. Yeah, strange, but yeah. No, if you want to talk to me, we can talk. But you have to make that first step. I'm fairly certain you're spying on me. I'm fairly certain that you are visiting my Facebook page to see what I post. And that's what I'm told. That's exactly what it feels like. And I'm not coming to you. All you have to do is click the button and say hello, and we can start a conversation. And we'll figure it out as we go. You've done a lot of things wrong. So you need to start putting things right. You need to start putting things back together again. right? You need to start putting things, you need to fix what you've broken, Linda. You need to try to do that. If you can't do it, so be it. If you're not prepared to do it, if you're not prepared to do what is required of you, you have the options, right? You get to make the choice what you want to do. But like I said, I'm God. You can choose to either work with me, or you can choose to be my enemy. Your choice. The fact is that you've been riding my coattail for a long time. And that's coming to an end, right? It's finished. There's no more of that, Linda. You can't continue to get away with that. You've been exposed. And you would be stupid to think otherwise. It's horrible for I grew up I always wanted to be in a loving relationship, and because I felt like I've been betrayed so many times throughout my life, I just wanted to experience real love. And the thing is that it's weird because I'm in this situation now. It's like I've got to force people. I've got to force people to do the right thing. You know what I mean? I've got to. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't really. It's not the same thing. It's not. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible for me to have to do all this. It really is. I mean, I don't like doing it, but I have to do what I have to do because I get no other choice. So, what's it going to be? You choose what you want, Linda. And I'll leave it there.